Hi, welcome back my Wise Astrology Tribe, Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Krisztina. Today I'm going to analyze actually the new moon in Leo, and I know it's really late, but actually I lost multiple recordings due to Mercury being shadow already, and I have some difficulties with recording. So let's see what kind of opportunities we will have collectively with this new moon. So first of all, we're going to talk about the moon. The moon actually is representing your emotions, your subconscious. It is representing our feelings, the way you are nurturing yourself and nurturing others, nurturing your loved ones around you. Okay, it's also rules pets, like actually dogs, and also rules pearl, silver, and what else? And for example, even apple. All right, let's see. Leo and the archetype of the Leo. Leo rules the fifth house. It's ruled by the sun. It loves to shine. It loves to be center of attention. The fifth house actually is associated with creativity, entertainment, prize winning, pleasure and joy-based businesses, and pleasure and joy-based creativity. And it is your mistress also, and it is associated with your kids, with children in general. Also, competitive sports and sport clubs as well. So this new moon in Leo going to happen on the 16th, 23 degrees and 17 minutes. And it's going to square Uranus and sextile Vesta. So here it is. And let me just use some kind of tools here. And I'm going to draw sometimes. What am I gonna do? Yeah, let's draw. No, spotlight here. So, oh, but I have to choose probably a color. All right. So it's going to square Uranus, okay? And then it's also going to sextile Vesta. Vesta is in Gemini here, and it's also in 21 degrees. So the sextile between the moon and Vesta is the asteroid actually of the eternal flame. It's really good for investment. But the eternal flame in Gemini, it's associated with communication, associated with sales, associated actually with your course, with your expression, the way you are expressing yourself. So this is actually indicating something like we are capable right now to start some skill-based, new skill-based study. Or it could be like our communication will be really, really passionate, truthful, and yes, standing in the truth. And whatever you're going to talk about, you're going to talk about with passion. It also indicating like whatever you're going to study, and if it's licensing and skill-based, you're going to be passionate about that, and you are willing to take the exams. And then it's going to square Uranus, this new moon. And Uranus is the unexpected. Uranus is the rebel. Uranus is really unconventional. It is innovating and invent things. It's also actually ruled the digital world as well, internet and the digital world. And it's also when it's associated with Venus, and this case, Venus is also over here retrograding in Leo, and it's still squaring with Uranus. It has to do something with digital currency in general, in mundane perspective during this new moon. You have to understand when the new moon is happening on the 16th, it's not when anything is happening exactly on the same day. The lunation is from new moon till full moon in the same time. So actually, whatever aspect we see right now in heaven, in the skies, and whatever I'm reading right now, it's going to actually take places the next 6 months because of the Leo full moon gonna happen end of January. And when actually, or a new moon gonna happen in Aquarius, that's when it's the full moon gonna happen in Leo. So half a year, it takes half a year for the moon actually to create that kind of closure, that kind of ending, right? Not just something just going to start. So yes, it has to do something also with digital currency and the internet world. For example, Leo loves fashion. Uranus is really eclectic. So I would actually imagine we will have some kind of really crazy kind of fashion coming up. Or, you know, it could also relate to, because of the moon is your home, has to do something with our homeland, with our home, with our living situation. Uranus is everything digitalized. So a lot more homes going to have cameras, safety cameras, or install cameras, or it could be also like digitalized smart homes are coming up as well. The moon itself, it could be something with silver and pearl. So it could be something like maybe on the stock market, Uranus in Taurus, actually something to do with currencies, with digital currencies. And because of the across the sign is Scorpio, which rules the stock, it's representing something to do with the silver stock actually could go higher during this half year. And also the gold, because of the new moon, when the moon and the sun is together, and Leo also representing by the sun, and the Leo and the sun represents gold. So both of them, yin and yang, silver and gold, both of them going to decrease during this half year. It's representing that. But the moon is the public. Uranus is rebellion, chaos, social unrest. So it could indicate also some kind of situation around the world with social unrest as well. Uranus in Taurus, it also has to do something with not volcanoes, but with tornadoes and tsunamis and anything to do with natural disasters. And because of the Leo is a fire sign, and because of the North Node also went actually to Aries recently, the next 18 months, we will experience a lot more fire as a natural disaster, wildfires, global warming, whatever you want to believe it or not, but definitely there is some kind of temperature. It's increasing temperature for sure. So the next half year, that's going to happen. This is what other thing is happening, what we have to also examine, that is Venus and Venus retrograde over here, and if Venus going to make any aspect. And actually, Venus does aspect with Jupiter, and it's representing something with Jupiter is luxury. Jupiter to do anything with abundance and expanding your horizon, expanding your abundance, it is a blessing most of the time. It's squaring Venus, which is representing like people are want to make their life better. People want to actually create something which is like going to make their life more comfortable, because Jupiter is in Taurus and it's luxury and comfort. So Venus also beauty. So they want to actually represent themselves like more beautiful, or they want to actually create a more comfortable and luxurious environment for themselves at home, because the moon is happening in Leo. And what other things is happening during this new moon. So actually, what I also want to talk about here is in the well, it's not the second house, it depends what is or your ascendant actually, but But we have to talk about Mercury gonna go to retrograde actually after the new moon, 6 days later, okay? But it's already in shadow period and it's in Virgo. And Mars is also in Virgo during this new moon. And Mars is in Virgo actually creating a grand trine, which is an amazing aspect. It's not exact, but it's a grand trine with Pluto and with Uranus over here. Pluto is power, especially in Capricorn. It is the power belong from the government, from authority figures. And Uranus is Taurus. It's try to make something more not unconventional in farming, for example. And actually, the government will let it happen. So some kind of law going to be signed or made, and the way we are farming, the way we are treating animals, maybe it's going to be more human. But quite frankly, I don't think so, because Uranus is not that human. It's more like artificial intelligence, however humanitarian. So yes, actually, I do think so. It could be something more human because of we're not going to have that kind of, full of tagged animals together, and like the way they are treating animals nowadays, it's terrible. So farming going to be different with this kind of trend the next half year. And Mars in Virgo is the soldier. It's very, very obedient. It follows rules. It does whatever the CEO tells him to do. So I would say they're going to, I know what it is gonna be. It's going to be actually, right now, they're going to implement police, but it's going to be robotic police and artificial police. And why? Because of Pluto is something to do with science, also rules the 8th house in Capricorn, which is like the government going to create something with police, right? Because of Mars in Virgo could be the police, especially trining with Pluto. And Uranus over here, something robotic. So robotic police, robotic dogs, for example, police dogs. And Pluto could be also associated with the underworld, with drugs. So, and Mars as well, obviously, because Mars also rules the 8th house. So it could be something like they're going to have devices that is, or small robot dogs that is smelling the drugs, and it's going to help actually the government to get rid of cartel or whatever it is the next half year. But what else could happen over here? So for example, Uranus is technology, and the moon is associated with the dog. So this square between Uranus and the moon could indicate some kind of research or some kind of, research, invention, when they are going to be capable to translate the frequency of the barking or meowing. And first it's gonna come with the barking, first it's gonna come with the dogs, and then we're going to be able to understand our pets. And that's most likely going to happen the next half year. And what else is happening during this moon? Let's see. Let's see if it is. No, there is no fixed stars involved. No, but actually during this moon, Mercury is opposing Neptune, which representing lies, and Neptune actually is in Pisces, where Saturn co-travel with, that is co-travel with Neptune here in Pisces, Saturn representing government. So obviously there is going to be Saturn also limitation, there it's going to be something about lies, and also something about the government lies, but it's going to either come out and most likely will surface, and it can shock the public. And then the other thing that could happen is UFOs, because Uranus involved in this new moon, and Uranus rules the UFOs, the aliens. And you know, like the moon is also representing, the moon is like your backpack. And also when I do palmistry, the moon is representing traveling in general. So it could be something with we going to see or have more experience, personal experience with aliens, the public going to see, and it's gonna be out, and that is something about the UFOs over here. Okay, I don't know if I wanted to say something else, but obviously that is the most important thing that we needed to talk about, some natural disasters, and, you know, like, yes, UFOs are coming, and then also the robotic government, like anything to do with robotic police or robotic firefighters, Virgo and Mars over here, so robotic soldiers, which is I don't really like, but, you know, that is the future. So somehow we have to deal with this. All right, guys, you know, I'm going to talk a little bit of every individual signs and like 50 seconds or a minute. For example, Aries right now, it's going to happen in your 5th house, the new moon. 5th house, anything to do with entertainment, anything to do with prize winning, creativity, actually signing a record label, actually getting an agent or a manager. You might going to decide to have a kid, or actually you can have a lover, an intimate partner, a romantic partner coming into your life. It could also indicate winning a prize, or if you are gambling, you might be lucky over here with this new moon. All right. Taurus, what's going to happen for you? It's going to happen in your 4th house. Taurus is the new moon in Leo. It is your living situation. That's your home. That's your land. That's your roots, your family roots. You might going to find out who is your biological parents. You might going to be able to purchase a new home. You might going to actually invite someone in your home and, you know, move together with somebody. So it's a new living situation, actually. It could be also like you are finding your root. You are really, really obsessed with your family tree, and you want to find, you know, like who is your ancestors, and you're willing to research, and you are going to be happy with the result over there. Taking a real estate license is also possible. All right, Gemini, it's going to happen in your 3rd house of communication, sales, like buying a new car, buying a new computer, taking a class. Maybe it's going to be something with makeups, or something with acting class, because they all like to act, or something with singing, right? Entertainment. It could be something, a writing project. You're going to start to write a book or a script, or you going to just start to write like a ghostwriter you will become. It could be also like you want to do an online school, and you are ready with your project, and you're ready to show that for the public. Your neighborhood can change. So you might going to do a move over here, or maybe somebody is moving in, and because it's Leo new moon, it could be someone famous, and it's increasing your property probably values. And if you are Cancer, then it's going to happen in your 2nd house. 2nd house is your values, your gifts, that is your possession, that is something to do with your wallet, your earning. So that is a financial axis over here. You're definitely going to be blessed to get a new earning opportunity in, or you might going to actually learn about, like, you invested in gold or silver and it's increasing. So actually the value what you invested is going to increase, and you're going to earn a significant amount of money. You might going to find a new gift for yourself, like you didn't know you are capable to act, or you didn't know you're capable to do some kind of sport like golfing, and you find out, oh my God, I'm enjoying this, and it's really giving me a lot of joy and pleasure, and you will do that. If you are a Leo, moon, sun, or rising, it's going to happen, especially if you are rising in your 1st house. all the emphasis on you. You like to shine, you want to start a new life, and you urging yourself, you pushing yourself very hard. If you have anything to do with, like, you know, your hairstyle, your clothes going to change, the way you are represent yourself for the public, and the way you are actually showing, you know, pretend for others, the mask what you are wearing is changing right now. It's also to do something with your company. So the way you are representing your company, it's gonna get a new facelift over here. The way you are connecting, your emotions are changing. You might be a little bit over emotional, Leos, right now. Okay, if you have a Virgo rising sun or moon, it's going to happen in your 12th house. 12th house is hidden, it's hidden matters, it's secret enemies, but it's also something to do with hospice, service the unprivileged. It's also hospitality as well. So you can actually open up something with hospitality, maybe a vacation rental home. Maybe you're going to get a job in a hospital as a nurse, or like what is that, a jail guard. Maybe you are able to go to a retreat center and have a retreat. If you wanted to you know, find the medicine and have the medicine guide you, like ayahuasca. Or if you wanted to write a script, this is the time for that. So it is really good for creativity, but it's also good to retreat and just get away from the crowd and just uplift your soul. If you have a Libra rising sun and moon, it's going to happen in your 11th house. 11th house is your community, your social life. That is social life. That is also your maybe your social media account as well. But it also has to do something with legal matters, government, but in the government, in the case like attorney generals and you know, yes, so it's not exactly the government houses. Oh my God, I forgot what I wanted to say here. But definitely there is it's opportunity to get new friends. You're going to be invited for a lot of social events, okay? So your social tribe is changing, and you're going to be on events, and you're going to earn more money from your career as well. You might going to get some bonus paid out. This is a house of luck here, so you will feel lucky during this period, and you will feel like really center of attention, and you will feel like people and friends want to help you and willing to help you. If you are a Scorpio rising sun on moon, it's gonna happen in your 10th house. And 10th house is your career, your reputation, your public image. So most likely you will get a new job, or you decide you want to have a new purpose, because whatever you did before, it's just not doing the cut anymore. So you just want to do something new. And it's going to be really honorable work. It's going to do something with also helping. It could be something with community service as well. So you most likely can also have some kind of non-profit that is really dear to your heart or close to your heart. So just like Libras as well, they can do that as well. But yes, it could be really good for you, but definitely new work, honor, reputation, and recognition for you guys. If you are Sagittarius rising sun and moon, this is good, because Sagittarius can have anything right now with publishing, anything to do, your faith and belief is changing, and it's going to become something new you're going to practice. You're going to start to teach, and you can actually create a YouTube channel, a podcast, something, a recognition with publishing, being in the limelight, something to do with learning a different language, a new language. You're going to be really enthusiastic. And during the next half year, you're going to travel a lot. All right, if you Capricorn and Capricorn rising sun and moon, then it's going to happen in your 8th house. That is your shared resources, taboo, sex, pregnancy. Some of you going to get pregnant, some of you going to get inheritance, or it's going to be something like you're going to get paid like you know, an insurance money, a medical malpractice payment is coming to you. Something to do with your significant other money. So your significant other going to make more money and you're going to be really happy about that. It could be a really favorable prenup for you as well. But definitely it could be inheritance as well. Or if you would like to take a job as a detective, private investigator, if you want to do something with researches, if you want to do something with finance like a banker, this is the time to apply. So if you have an Aquarius rising sun and moon, that's going to happen in your 7th house. 7th house, anything to do with your partnership. It's your legal matters as well. It's balancing your partnership, balance with your who is that? With a business partner, with your significant other. Some of you going to get married, some of you going to get engaged, some of you going to actually merge together with another company, and that's why you're going to become big and you're going to be really, really successful. Legal matters, if you are sued or if you are suing someone, it could turn for your favor the next half years. All right, you can actually also find new allies for yourself. Pisces, sun or moon and rising, especially rising, it's going to happen in your 6th house. 6th house, anything to do with your rental properties, anything to do with your health, anything to do with your daily work, daily routine. So you can get a new coworker, you can hire new people in your company. You're going to have a new regime, a health regime. You might going to actually have a spontaneous healing, appear the next half year. Something with your heart could be actually fixed. It could be also like you get a new puppy, or the puppy that you lost is going to get back to you. It could be anything to do with nutrition, gym membership. So it's a new start, it's a new beginning. You might going to buy a nutrition studio, or you're going to have a juice bar, or you're going to become an herbalist, something like that. But it could be really significant and it could be really loving. You can buy rental properties, or for example, you can have a new renter for yourself or rent a new home. So if you loved my videos, guys, then please subscribe, like, and share my videos. I would really appreciate that. I'm going to, hopefully Mercury not going to screw me again, and I'm gonna come up with other videos soon. Thank you for your attention, and I see you soon. Bye for now.